5 signs that show you are an extraordinary person. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to possess an invisible strength that causes even the darkest shadows to retreat? This doesn't come from power or wealth, but originates from a special light within their souls, the light of goodness, integrity, and a strong spirit. Ancient people believed that each person possesses an invisible aura, a pure energy source that is revered by the divine and feared by demons. However, this light is not something mystical. It is the result of living a righteous and sincere life, always bringing faith and hope to those around them. Today, we will take you through touching stories that reveal the power of integrity, the sacredness of familial bonds, and how kindness can become a sturdy armor that protects you from all challenges. Let us explore and spread everlasting human values so that the light from your soul not only illuminates your own path, but also inspires the entire world. The mysterious part of goodness. Dear friends, since ancient times, we have believed in a mystical concept rich in human philosophy. Each person carries an invisible aura, a light that only gods or demons can see. The special thing is that this aura is not created from power, wealth, or fame, but originates from each person's own soul. It is a light that reflects the essence of good and evil, symbolizing ethics and ways of living. People who live righteously emit a bright, fiery light like the morning sun, while the evil are enveloped in cold, dark shadows. Today, science has proven that humans, even plants and objects, emit physical light. However, the light from the soul cannot be measured by any device. It is a light that can only be felt through how we live and treat each other. Ancient people believed that this aura of goodness is the strongest armor protecting humans from all dangers and evil. Those who possess this aura are not only protected by the divine, but also cause demons to fear and avoid them. From a young age, his mother advised him never to reveal this special ability for fear of being considered superstitious. However, he secretly observed and realized that each person's light is different. Some shine as brightly as the sun, while others are dull and dim. Interestingly, this light changes according to each person's actions and soul at different stages of life. The king once met a high official with a bright red, lofty aura symbolizing integrity and authority. But over the years, as the official was drawn into fame and power, the light gradually faded to a grayish hue. Shortly after, the official passed away tragically. This story not only illustrates the ancient belief in the light of goodness, but also serves as a profound lesson that ethics and ways of living are the determining factors of the aura each person carries. Beyond folk beliefs, many ancient philosophies also emphasize that goodness is not only a reflection of a person's nature, but also the key to protecting them in life. A person with an upright soul will not fear the darkness because their own light dispels danger. Ancient sayings have stated that a person who does not act against their conscience at midnight does not fear the knocking of demons. This simple saying serves as a profound reminder that living well not only brings peace to your own soul, but also makes it impossible for evil to touch you. However, the light of goodness is not innate. It is nurtured through small daily actions. Every day, a sincere smile, a kind word, or forgiveness of others' mistakes. All of these are silent rays of light that contribute to the brilliance of the aura above one's head. Conversely, harsh words, selfish actions, or a lifestyle driven solely by personal gain will cause that light to fade and even disappear. Dear friends, living righteously is not easy, especially in a society where greed and competition seem to overshadow all ethical values. But remember that goodness not only protects you from evil, but also brings the greatest value to your life. It is the way to live a life to be proud of, leaving a light to guide those around you, and above all, it is the source of true peace in your soul. Moral integrity, the invisible strength that transcends darkness. Moral integrity is an invisible strength that cannot be seen, but is powerfully present in every person's life. The ancients once said that a person who does not act against their conscience does not fear the devil knocking on their door. Moral integrity is not something that can be bought or learned overnight. It is the result of living an upright and honest life, always striving toward noble and beautiful values. Moral integrity is not only a shield that protects people from darkness, but also a guiding light during difficult and challenging times. A famous story about moral integrity can be found in the life of Vung Trung-thua, a righteous official of the Tang dynasty. After retiring, he lived peacefully in his hometown until his family encountered a strange event. A maid suddenly fainted and awakened speaking in a strange voice, claiming to be a ghost. She demanded food and alcohol, causing fear among everyone in the house. However, with his calm and honest nature, Vung Trung-thua was unshaken and directly confronted the female ghost. Through their conversation, he discovered that she and other spirits had been driven away by the strong presence of a high-ranking official who had recently passed by. In response to her complaints, he calmly asked, "If you fear him, why do you not fear me? He was once my subordinate when he was still working." The female ghost replied, "I fear him because his moral integrity is still strong, whereas your moral integrity has weakened since retirement." This answer serves as a reminder that moral integrity is not something that exists forever. It needs to be continuously protected and nurtured. Moral integrity not only makes evil things fearful, but also symbolizes inner strength that helps people stand firm against adversity. A folk story tells of a poor but honest man who had to pass through a forest known for ghosts and demons. He was not at all afraid. When asked why, he answered, "I have done nothing wrong, so there is nothing to worry about." His honesty and integrity became an invisible armor protecting him. Moral integrity does not come naturally. It is formed through honest actions in daily life. A truthful word, a fair decision, or kindness to others are all bricks that build moral integrity. Conversely, deceitful, selfish, or unjust actions will erode it, causing a person to gradually be covered by their own darkness. In modern society, maintaining moral integrity is a significant challenge. The temptations of short-term gains or intense competition can easily cause people to lose their integrity. However, moral integrity is not only a strength that helps you overcome temptations, but also the most valuable legacy you leave to the world. It not only protects you, but also inspires and spreads positive energy to those around you. Today, take some time to reflect on your moral integrity. You can start with small actions, living honestly, acting fairly, and treating everyone kindly. Ask yourself, am I living true to my moral integrity? If the answer is still incomplete, make changes starting today. Moral integrity is not only a light that illuminates your own path, but also a flame that inspires those around you. The silent sacrifice of family, the light of unconditional love. If there is a light that never goes out, even in the most difficult moments of life, it is the light of family love, unconditional love. The unconditional love that parents have for their children. Family love is not only a solid foundation that supports each of us, but also the most beautiful symbol of sacrifice and kindness. This light spreads even in the darkness. A story about a poor father in a small rural village has touched many hearts. He worked hard all year to support his son's education. When his son went to the city to attend university, he decided to visit him, bringing with him a simple bag of rural goods, a few eggs, and some savings. What was special about his journey was that throughout the trip, the father wore his clothes inside out to keep them clean, ensuring that when he met his son, he would appear as neat as possible, not causing his son to feel embarrassed by his appearance. However, when he met his son, the young man did not understand the deeper meaning of his father's actions. Instead of feeling moved, he scolded his father for his old-fashioned clothes. Having seen his father dress this way for so many years, the son felt ashamed that his father did not dress as presentably as the city dwellers. Those unintended words were like daggers piercing the father's heart, but he did not respond with anger or blame. Silently, he handed his son the bag of eggs and the small amount of money, then turned to walk away. On his way home, the father stopped by a public restroom to turn his clothes back inside out, continuing to maintain his modest dignity. This simple yet profound story carries a significant lesson about love, compassion, and sacrifice. The father did not need his son to thank him or fully understand everything he did. He loved his son with a pure love that required nothing in return, yet it was strong enough to illuminate his son's entire life. This is unconditional love, requiring nothing in return but powerful enough to inspire everything. The sacrifices of parents go beyond working hard to provide food and clothing for their children. They sacrifice their self-respect, personal joys, and sometimes even their entire lives to ensure their children's happiness. Sadly, we do not always recognize these sacrifices. Often, it is only when our parents are no longer with us that we truly understand the immense love they had for us. By then, it is too late to repay them. This story serves as a powerful reminder that love needs to be reciprocated while we still can. Parents do not seek material rewards, but they need understanding, attention, and loving words from their children. Do not wait until it is too late to realize the most precious things in life. Family love is not only a sacred gift that we are fortunate to receive, but also a source of benevolent light that each person carries within. The love and sacrifices of our parents help us grow, teaching us the value of kindness and forgiveness. Living in a way that honors that love is the best way to keep the light of family love shining through every action and decision in our lives. Life offers many opportunities to earn money, achieve success, or pursue personal goals, but family love is only present while our parents are still with us. Cherish every moment, spend time, offer kind words, and take meaningful actions to express your love for them. Because the light of family love is something that never goes out, as long as we know how to cherish and spread it. The benevolent heart is the foundation of a meaningful life. There is one thing that ancient people always reminded us. A kind heart not only constitutes the value of a person, but also serves as the foundation for a peaceful and meaningful life. Living with kindness is not a temporary choice, but a path that everyone should walk if they wish to find light in the darkest moments of life. A kind heart is not something lofty or distant. It can be a warm smile, a gentle word, or a simple but sincere act of help. It is precisely these small things that carry extraordinary power. Kindness not only brightens the lives of those who receive it, but also reflects back as a source of positive energy in the soul of the giver. When you live kindly, the light from that heart not only protects you, but also spreads, creating a circle of love and kindness that connects people in sincere and meaningful relationships. There is a touching story about kindness from a small village. A poor but well-known, kind-hearted man did not hesitate to help a stranger lost in the forest. The stranger was hungry, thirsty, and cold, and could no longer continue walking. The man took him home, shared his meager food, and cared for him attentively for several days until he recovered. The stranger then left without leaving his name. Many years later, when the man faced a great crisis in his life, the same stranger from years ago returned to help him overcome the hardship. This story serves as a clear testament to the law of cause and effect. Kindness, though simple, always returns in miraculous and unexpected ways. So why does kindness bring great strength to people? Because when you live with a kind heart, you are not held captive by negative emotions like envy, jealousy, anger, or greed. A pure heart, like a calm lake reflecting all the beautiful things in life, makes you feel lighter, more peaceful, and strong enough to face challenges. Ancient people said that kind-hearted individuals are always protected by the divine. Although this has a spiritual aspect, deeper still, it reminds us that those who live kindly always receive compensation, peace, and serenity in their souls. However, living kindly in modern society is not always easy. Material temptations, competitive pressures, and greed often lead people astray, but kindness is not a weakness. It is the strength that enables people to overcome those temptations. It is the courage to choose the right even when it requires sacrifice or loss. Furthermore, kindness not only helps you interact better with others, but also serves as a mirror reflecting yourself. When you live well with others, you not only bring joy to them, but also receive peace, love, and genuine connection in return. Kindness helps you build meaningful relationships, which are a source of positive energy to overcome all difficulties in life. Dear friends, kindness is the light that each of us has the ability to spread. Let's start with small things: helping someone in need, forgiving someone's mistakes, or simply offering a smile. These small actions will create the strength to change not only your life but also the world around you. The light from kindness, though small, can illuminate the darkest places, bringing hope, peace, and faith in the good things in life. Regarding cause and effect and lessons from life choices, ancient people often said, "You reap what you sow." It is a simple yet profound truth that endures through all ages. Life is like a mirror reflecting everything we do. The actions we take today, whether small or great, will result in outcomes for the future. The law of cause and effect is not something we can avoid, but it is a valuable lesson that helps each person shape a more meaningful life. Try to look back on your own life. Have you ever faced difficulties that seemed inexplicable or had moments of unexpected luck? It all stems from the seeds you have sown in the past. There is a folk story about a poor farmer who always lived kindly despite a life full of hardships. He never did evil and was always ready to help others with the little he had. One day, he had a serious accident that seemed fatal but was saved by a stranger. This stranger turned out to be an orphaned child whom he had helped many years before. That story is proof that even small acts of kindness always find a way to return in unexpected and meaningful ways. Conversely, malicious actions and wrong choices, even if meticulously concealed, will eventually come back in due time. In his essay Kihi Olam, Vitao recounts the story of a greedy man who frequently deceived others for personal gain. This man lived in wealth but was constantly haunted by his own wrongful actions. In the end, he lost all his assets, had his property confiscated, and died in solitude without anyone to mourn him. This story serves as a reminder that every action leaves an indelible mark, and no one can escape the law of cause and effect. Karma is not a punishment, but a reminder for people to live better. When you realize that every action has consequences, you will naturally become more cautious in how you treat others. This not only helps you avoid negative repercussions, but also creates a peaceful and meaningful life. However, it's important to understand that karma does not always manifest immediately. Sometimes the good seeds you plant take a long time to bear fruit. During the waiting period, you may feel discouraged or even doubt the value of good deeds. But remember that karma is never wrong. Every kind action will be rewarded appropriately. The ancients had a saying, "A person who does not act against their conscience will not fear the knocking of the demon at midnight." This saying is not only a reminder about karma, but also a key to inner peace. When you live in accordance with your conscience, you do not need to fear or worry. Conversely, if you choose to follow the wrong path, even if no one knows, you still cannot escape the turmoil within your own heart. Karma is not only a lesson for each individual, but also a core value for society to function better. When everyone lives with the awareness that their actions will have social consequences, society will gradually become a better place where kindness, goodwill, and integrity are prioritized. Dear friends, karma is not something too distant or difficult to understand. It is simply the way life operates. It serves as a reminder that every action and every word we speak has the power to change. Therefore, choose to plant good seeds today. Live kindly, treat others with kindness, and spread positive values to the world around you, because nothing can bring more sustainable happiness than living true to your principles, kindness, and your own heart. Living kindly and with integrity, the path to peace and happiness in life. What everyone deeply desires is not wealth or power, but peace of mind and true happiness. To achieve that, the path is not always lined with roses. Living kindly and with integrity is the compass that guides us, the foundation that helps us overcome all difficulties, and the light that shines when we are lost in the darkness. The ancients taught that kindness is the root and integrity is the stem. A kind heart is not only reflected in how you treat others, but also in how you face yourself. A kind person is not someone who has never encountered failure or suffering, but someone who always chooses to live sincerely and uprightly, even when facing the greatest challenges. It is in those moments that kindness becomes an invisible source of strength, helping you not only overcome adversity, but also turn it into valuable lessons. One story tells of a poor man living in a small village who always lived uprightly and was willing to help everyone. One day, a great flood swept through, carrying away most of the village's assets, and he lost everything. Nevertheless, he still shared every morsel of food and every piece of his scant clothing with those in need. After the flood, A rescue team from the city came seeking him out due to his reputation and kindness. The whole village came together to help him rebuild his house and start a new life. That story proves that kindness not only brings peace to you, but also connects you with the good things in society. Living with integrity is similar. Integrity does not mean never making mistakes, but knowing how to face them and taking responsibility for what you have done. A person with integrity always upholds their values and is not swayed by temporary temptations. Integrity is not only a personal trait, but also a way you show respect to others and to the community. When you live with integrity, you do not need to fear or hide, because you have lived true to yourself and your principles. However, living with kindness and integrity is not always easy in modern society, where competition and selfishness are sometimes seen as measures of success. Kindness may be seen as weakness, but in reality, true strength lies not in overcoming others, but in maintaining kindness and integrity, even when facing the greatest challenges. Happiness does not come from transient material things, but from peace of mind, which can only be achieved when you live true to your values. Kindness and integrity also help you build deep and lasting relationships. When you treat others kindly and sincerely, you will receive trust, affection, and support in return. These relationships not only bring joy, but also serve as a great source of motivation to help you overcome difficulties in life. Dear friends, living with kindness and integrity is not only the path to peace and happiness, but also a way to leave a positive mark on others. Our lives may not be long, but the values we create will last forever. Live in such a way that when you look back, you can smile at what you have done, and remember that kindness and integrity are not only gifts you give, but also gifts you receive. A peaceful soul and a truly meaningful life. Spreading the light of kindness, the legacy of a worthwhile life. Each person's life is like a candle. Whether long or short, it can illuminate their own path and that of those around them. Kindness and integrity are the flames that help the candle burn its brightest, leaving a lasting light even after the candle has burned out. The question arises, what legacy will we leave when that candle goes out? Spreading kindness does not require grand or extraordinary actions. It is simply the small, everyday things, a sincere smile, timely encouragement, or a simple but heartfelt help. These small actions, like ripples on water, spread far and reach places that seemed impossible. The ancients said that one candle can light hundreds of other candles without diminishing itself. Similarly, the more you give kindness, the more it brightens your own soul and those around you. A touching story about a teacher in a small village clearly demonstrates the power of this spread. That teacher spent his entire life teaching poor children for free, even though his own life was not prosperous. When he died, the village was filled with sorrow. But the most surprising thing was that his former students, who had grown up and succeeded, returned to the village to rebuild the school he had taught, continuing the work of sowing knowledge for the next generation. The flame of that teacher's kindness, though extinguished, still burns brightly in the hearts of those he had illuminated. So how can each of us spread the light of kindness in our lives? The first and simplest thing is to start with the small things you can do today. It could be helping someone in need, forgiving someone's mistakes, or simply taking the time to listen to someone who needs to share. The power of kindness does not lie in the scale of the action, but in the sincerity and love you put into it. A sincere action can cross all boundaries and reach places that money or material things can never reach. However, spreading kindness is not only about giving, but also about the way you live as a bright example for others. When you live with integrity and sincerity, you not only earn respect and trust from those around you, but also inspire them to choose a better way of living. The strength of an example does not lie in lofty words or philosophies, but in specific, consistent actions in the way you treat life. Life is never easy, but when you choose kindness and integrity, you not only create meaning for your own life, but also leave a valuable legacy for future generations. Your actions today not only affect the present, but also shape the future, not just for yourself, but for the community as well. Kindness is a light that never goes out as long as you continue to kindle it with good actions every day. Dear friends, Life is like a book, and the way you live is how you write the final pages of that book. Live so that each page is radiant with the light of kindness, so that when you close that book, it becomes an endless source of inspiration for others. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment. Start today, right this moment. Spreading the light of kindness is not only each person's mission, but also the most precious gift you can leave to the world.